should be live. We should be live.
Well, you look good.
Thank you. You look even better.
You look yummy.
What you gonna do to me?
Like
I'll cut it off right now.
Justin Bieber.
Turn it off right now.
Justin Bieber's.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber's song. I think he's got a song called "Yummy." The only reason why that I know.
How does that go? So you need deliverance already?
No. The only reason why I didn't know that is because I was looking for a sound.
You're looking at Justin Bieber. Oh,
wow.
You like the cougar.
Wow.
I mean, I knew you were a cougar. I didn't know you was the old cougar.
I was looking for a sound for one of our TikTok videos.
Are we good? Oh, we're live.
Cool. Oh, we're on my page.
We are on
live. Are we live on my page?
We're live on your page.
Why is that? This
I think that's what you said, homie.
I don't know. Decal family. Doesn't matter.
We're live on your page. This is your page right here. Yo. Hey, come in and say hello, guys. Let me turn the comments on so we can chat with you.
Oh, it's so interesting.
We're just testing some things out today, but we also are open for conversation. This is our anniversary month.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
AKA, let's get busy.
We just put away the bottles this past week.
We put away the bottles.
Oh
my gosh, yes.
It's like, oh my gosh, our countertop. Because little man has got a sippy cup. Sippy bottle.
He's
it's
drunk.
Which he transitioned like seamlessly and didn't want any sort of level 4 nipple of Dr. Brown's. Like, he's just chilling with his sippy.
Hey, Wisconsin.
Sippy. Hey, Brooke. How are you?
Wisconsin in the building.
Scotty. we got Scotty here.
Yes. Brooke, how are you?
Do you say that? Do you say that at all? Like when you say like, oh, I'm from Scotty, or I'm a Scotty, or
Vanessa.
Hey,
yo,
there's family.
Yes,
there is family.
Family's in the building. I don't think
this is like a surprise pop up only because we're testing some things. Some settings.
We're about to blow up like a bubble.
Making sure that everything is
everything.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah.
We're talking about putting the bottles away.
Yeah, Zeke. Like, he's officially just in his...
And my man has 4 teeth at the top.
Oh, my gosh. Well, he's got 4, and he's getting 4 more teeth.
My man, he's ready for some collard greens.
Ain't none of our kids.
He's ready for some soul food.
He's been working. He's been working at those, just, like anytime. I mean, yeah. He's been working at them. Just chewing with food, toys, you name it. Like, there's something in his mouth all the time.
Tearing food up.
Yeah. He loves cornbread.
Oh, yeah.
You look at him when he eats cornbread. Oh my gosh, he just makes such a mess.
He was born in South Dakota, but my man is a true Southern.
He loves his cornbread.
Yeah, because I put the secret sauce in it.
I do not.
I'm initially from Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
Good. Hey, thank you so much.
Oh, thanks.
How long have you been in Wisconsin?
We've anniversary on the 28th of this month.
I thought it was 29th.
Love. Don't do that. 28th. You ain't right. So, married for 7 years.
Yes, and I'm itching. Oh my gosh. I need
you ain't right.
Benadryl. No. That's a good title for, hey, does your marriage need Benadryl? You're getting that 7-year itch.
Wow.
Oh, so it's 28. Okay, that's not too bad. Do you like it better than Minnesota, or?
I think there's some parts of me that I miss Minnesota.
I definitely, when I talk to people, Minnesota is definitely one place that I miss. Mm-hmm. If Minnesota was in the South, that's where I would live.
I would love to find. I mean, here we are, like, here we go. I was like, what's the word? Aspiring homesteaders. But yeah, like I think that there was that season of our lives that like was so great in Minnesota that like we just haven't
I
found.
think all of Minnesota was great.
Yeah.
But I think too, when we moved, or when I moved there, we were drunk in love, and we got married, and then a year later we moved. So I think all of that like definitely made my stay in Minnesota like great. It kind of flew by. Now that I think about it, like, Minnesota's like it feels like it's way in the past.
Yeah.
But it was only stinking.
Even though it's not.
6 years ago.
Yeah, even though it's not.
Miss having you as a manager.
Oh,
thanks, yeah.
It's crazy. So for those of you who, have absolutely no idea who you are or what, kind of background.
It's your first time seeing us. Welcome.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Happy to have you. Take a seat.
Come on. Come on in.
Kick your feet up.
Yeah. Man, I worked in social services for 10 years and it's like, you know what? You just don't know how hard you work or like how much you invest in your work until you like change or do something different or whatever. And it literally took moving down to Florida. I don't think that I would have done a career change had it not been for the move. Like I was just that much invested. I don't know.
Yeah, you were well on your way in Minnesota. I was okay, you're trying to do big things.
I ain't trying to be a stay-at-home. I ain't trying to be a staying-home wife, stay-at-home mom. That's not for me. I don't know.
You're trying to stink in.
Which, whatever. Like, I'm not knocking, like, moms that work outside the homes, and I'm not knocking moms that...
Because you were a mom that thought you were going to start your own agency and all that fun stuff. But
my gosh.
But you laid eyes on that Abigail, and the rest is history.
Oh my gosh, I remember. I bawled. Oh my gosh, I bawled my eyes out.
Every day.
Oh,
like
that was so hard.
For 2 weeks. The 2 weeks before you had to go back to work.
That was so hard. For those of you who are parents.
Again? No.
Working outside the home, dropping your kid off at a daycare center, like, even though, like, we had a really great daycare center. We paid a lot of money.
Too much money.
Oh, can I get an amen for those of you who pay stinking basically a mortgage for childcare? Thank God that we were able to communicate with teachers through an app, and then also we had access to their cameras, and so I was able to see her, watch her. They did a really great job at sending us videos and updating, but like, what do you do if you just have your child in a home, like an in-home daycare? Like, there's none of that. So it's like, I feel even more for parents.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't miss paying those weekly bills.
I don't either.
Not at all.
I don't either.
It's a crime. No, I'm just kidding. No, definitely my salute to the folks who dedicate their time taking care of the babies while the parents are working. We make some great friends too, like Naya, Kendra.
Now, if you're listening, come on, say hey.
Yeah, they were the homies. They took care of our
Abby.
They sure did.
Our Abby.
Yeah.
She was loved, and we were grateful.
For sure.
I don't know. Yeah.
Sure. So talk to us, folks. Like, who's having an anniversary this month as well? I'll give you guys a shout out.
Anybody?
While they do that.
Okay. Wow, love. So we're live on my page. We're live on Decal Family and live on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube. Like Myron Golden. Anybody watch Myron Golden? Love. He's our coach. You don't know it.
He's our virtual coach.
He's our mentor, and he's our coach. So like we just claim that. We just say that. Like never met him before, but you know what? Like, he's a man of just loaded with like, it's like every sentence he says, it's like you just gotta pause and then you just gotta like let it
pause and ponder.
Marinate. just because like he just says some really profound things, but biblical. Like, and the way that he breaks it down is so good, and he's just such a great teacher. Anyway,
Facts.
what I was gonna say is, Myron Golden, I think is like 62. I found out his age.
He'll
Right?
be 61. Yeah, he'll be 62 in May. I
I
think his birthday is May 15th.
Oh,
That's how much I know about the man.
Anyway, so Myron, so he says, all right, and and you know we're live with YouTube, so we gotta, you know, I have to say all the YouTubey things, so make sure you subscribe or hit that whatever bell, and yeah, so Myron Golden is that's what he says. Do all the YouTubey things.
Do all the YouTubey things. If you're watching us from YouTube, like,
And Facebook.
comment, subscribe, drop us some love. It is our 7-year anniversary, and we ain't itching at all. We're more in love today than we were 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, really crazy. I think about, like...
The sex.
I think
kidding.
about, hey, Thomas, oh my gosh.
Yo!
I love you, Thomas.
My man T Doggy Dog is in the building.
Oh, Thomas.
Yo, thanks so much, man, for showing
that's
up.
So great.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop you there. I love you back, man.
But anyway, like, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. We were like just little young birds.
I was looking at all of us. So this is 7 years ago. Around this time was our wedding season. Thanks so much, Thomas. And every day on Facebook, I look forward to going and seeing our memories. I think
Really?
today, yeah, we were doing. What was in our memories today?
Oh, I don't know.
Let me pop it. Let me pop it.
Uh-oh.
Because I think we were prepped. Because a couple days ago, it was when we were in South Dakota.
Oh,
And we were doing all the wedding
touches.
stuff, like, yeah, the final touches.
We built our like photo backdrop. Devin and my dad did out of corrugated metal and wood.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty dope. And
it was
out of
cold too.
3
When we
pieces.
first started building that, I was.
That was like our little photo backdrop. Local recording stopped. Oh.
You were out of disk space. Oh, because are we still live?
Hello.
Let me know if we're still live.
Yeah.
Can you guys still see
you know
us?
what? It switched. It switched to our computer.
No, it didn't. I switched it.
Oh. Oh Lord.
You got to clear up some space, homie.
Yeah.
Can you guys see us? Hear us? Let us know.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, see, this is why we're figuring this out.
Yeah, this is the test
Guys,
night, so this is just a
this
pop up.
is
We're trying to figure out
That's why we didn't
what
even
we
make
need
an
to fix
announcement.
and tweak. But I'm glad you guys are along for the ride.
Yes.
I guess so, because people are still.
Yeah.
But-
And the timer's still going.
Okay, we're still live. Okay, why did you tell us that the local recording? Oh, because you know what? It records and then it puts the recording on the computer. I'm going
yeah.
to stop that because we don't need to stink in.
Okay. Thanks, Christina. Thank you.
I don't think we need to.
That's okay. Upload.
Perfect. Okay, we were talking about our
I think for me, I personally don't like to. This is just me. I personally don't like to look back because
Why?
it's like I don't like to be reminded of my crazy hair.
No, you didn't have that during our wedding.
Yeah,
I wish you would have got that during.
No, not for our wedding, but it's like just when I did have it though. It was
Yeah.
not. It was not. Yeah, but just when I did have it, and then when I was like, Lord, when I was growing it out, because it was at this point, in 2017, that it was like, oh man, you know what? I need to. Okay, memories.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to find it, but I was enamored by your beauty on this.
Wow. Thanks, love.
Is there a way you can just
My crazy hair. My gosh, I wish.
Don't say you wish.
I know. My spiky craziness.
Don't say you wish.
Oh, guys,
It's
it
the
looks like
editing.
now I'm just struggling with my hair right now. This side is just crazy, so that's why you see it. curled all the time is because straight is just when I have my hair straight, I don't know. It's just all sorts of. It don't look good, just because it's so like it's grown out. So it's like this side has all the layers, and yeah. Anyway, so thanks for.
Yeah. How do you find your
Rocking with me.
memories?
Yeah. So it's
If you
it's
menu.
yeah. There you go. And then
memory.
see
Okay,
more.
here we go.
Okay, there we go.
All right. So last year, around 2 years ago, oh yeah, we came out with the Blessed is She.
Come on.
You can't see it because I have autofocus off. But we came out with the Blessed is She
Cool.
swag
Oh, I gotta sneeze.
for Mother's Day. Let us know if you want us to run it back. Let's see. Oh, this is the one I saw today.
Oh my gosh.
Because we went out to eat with Miss T.
Miss T.
And Yona.
And Yona. Oh my gosh. Out of Florida. No.
But that was during her birthday weekend. This picture was from her birthday weekend. You were just pulling that picture to say she's going to be our host. This is the one I saw today. Writing vows with the one whom my soul loves. So May 4th, 2016. I remember it. It was a Sunday, I believe.
Where were we at your house?
We were at Crystal's house.
Oh yeah, because I was living with her.
Mm-hmm. During that transition.
Yeah.
So we were at Crystal's house, and I was writing vows.
Oh, we still have them.
Where are they at?
In our wedding stuff, in our wedding box.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
What else do we have?
Oh my gosh.
That was it. That was it. But
Oh my gosh.
I enjoy going back and looking at those memories. But, yeah.
7 years of.
We were in it. Yeah.
And how things have changed, you know? Like, and I think that's like the beauty of marriage. You know, the podcast, What They Never Told Us.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know what? What they never told us is, you know, what they never told us, you know, before getting married is, one, how much, like, you know, we would change. 'Cause I feel like I have personally, like, changed for the better. And it's like, you know, after you have 3 kids, like, things, you know, on the inside change.
Mm-hmm.
And how just our goals, you know, has changed too. Like, I would have never thought that we'd be aspiring homesteaders.
Homesteaders with some chickens and some cows and goats.
Yeah, that's the goal,
Homeschooling.
guys. That is the goal. We are on the hunt for land and maybe a home on it or not, or I don't know. So it's just kind of depends. It's got to be the right deal.
Let's make a deal.
Price, the right price, the right deal. But yeah, and what they never told us is that I'm going to say this is that, like, we would get better about the sex.
Oh my gosh, we're not kids. No one told us that we'll be flipping and doing cartwheels and hanging from the ceiling. No one told us that we'll be super flexible. As big as I am. No, I'm just playing. This is the kids show. What you doing?
Yeah.
No. But no.
S-E-X.
I think it's a beautiful thing. Anyways, we're gonna end this live. No, I'm just kidding. And get busy.
No.
But no. If you guys have not seen the What They Never Told Us podcast, it is a super dope podcast. One of our most listened to podcasts right now, as it relates to marriage, relationships, parenting, and it's for like our age group too. Mm-hmm. So super open and transparent couple. Their episodes air. This is a shameless plug, but their episodes air on Tuesdays, and then they have like a live on Wednesdays to kind of like recap or talk about with their audience on Tuesdays. Danielle. Yo, how's it
Hey,
going?
Danielle. Oh.
Are you still in Minnesota?
No, I think she moved.
Oh, she moved?
I think she moved. Did you move? Did you move south? I think she's down south.
Was she from the South?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if I remember right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Love you back.
Oh.
Miss you back. Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I moved. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah, everybody's moving from
She's
the cold.
got music. She's got music now.
Yes. Oh, she's from Georgia, so you're right next door. We're in
She's
Alabama.
got music.
Yes,
now.
she has great
So,
music.
we know someone that we know.
We know famous people, but we don't broadcast it like that. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep it under wraps. But what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, check out that podcast. Super dope people, especially if you're wanting to grow in your marriage. I think that's one thing that we made.
Yeah, very.
We were very intentional about seeking ways
Still.
to connect, seeking ways to constantly pursue each other in marriage. I'm constantly trying to figure stuff out. How can I be a better father? How can I be a better husband, friend? So I'm always listening to something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I appreciate that about you. Is that you do that? You take the time to listen, listen to stuff, podcasts,
so I can grow.
That it's
Can't be stagnant out here in these streets.
Right. But it's like how things have, how we've grown, and it's like, you know, being parents. We're not just partners anymore. Like, we're parents now, and so, you know, things change. 3 kids later.
3 kids later. Yeah.
It's like, geez. Jeff and I were just talking about how do you guys affirm
From
each
each
other
other throughout the day. Yes. My love language is words of affirmation. I think I can affirm you more personally as I've been thinking through this. But yeah, you do a lot every day.
I feel like
twice on Sunday. Especially after this morning. I got a whole lot of affirmation.
Just be real.
Yeah. But anyway,
just be real.
Anyway, why are we talking about sex so much?
Yeah.
Anyways, the Lord is kind. Okay? He created a beautiful thing. It's a slippery slope, you know, when you talk about sex. Anyways, yes, so affirmation is super important. Oh my gosh. Bro, what's up, my man? Darius, I would like to connect with you at some point. Hit me up.
So I feel like our dynamic is really not interesting, but just really like our just home environment, just because like you work from home. And so you've been working from home since 2019. And so it's like, as we've had more kids, like we've just, moved, like we've just needed to figure out like, okay, where's Devin gonna work? And then now like we're homeschooling. And so it's just, so we get to see each other like throughout the day. So, which is a really awesome thing. And I enjoy that. So, you know, like I get to touch you on your little booty.
Bring it back to sex again. Anyways, yes, we get to see each other throughout the day.
Kiss you
that too,
and tell you I love you and
bring me food.
Yeah, that too, and coffee.
Get my text messages of y'all being too loud.
Yeah, that too. The beauty.
I'm like, yo, I'm in a meeting. Y'all are way too loud. I'm talking to CFO right now.
Oh, Jesus.
But
pray for us as we figure this out.
But I mean, I go to a co-working space, especially on longer meeting days. So being at a co-working space, I just be thinking about y'all all the time. I'm like, let me just text Chad to see. And I'm trying not to OD it. Like, I'm gonna do one text today just to kind of check in and see how things are going. But
yeah, so that's kind of what we do, is like affirm verbally, physically. Yeah. So whether it's something text or saying something or like a physical something.
Yeah, so affirmation is good.
Yeah.
And it's especially since we are home, I think we have to be more intentional because you could probably get tired of me, which you don't. It's hard to get tired of all this chocolate.
What do you mean when you
say like during the pandemic when people were home, they just grew like frustrated
that's so not
with
my
each
thing.
other. That's
so not like our
That's
thing
not our experience.
in our story. And
yeah,
I don't know. You and I were just talking about that too. Of like, I don't know. Like, I know of people who would rather, and this is not bad. It's just like not my preference. Like they would rather spend time alone than like be around their spouse.
mm-hmm.
So it's like
you don't know how to do that.
I love my husband,
I'll come in what we call the lab. This is where we're in our lab right now.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I'll come in and I'll work. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna come join you," and then I'll go in the room. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna come and join you." Some days she can do that all day. Some days they ain't gonna hold you. I'm like, you don't have to. Work somewhere else if you want.
Anybody.
But that's because I get really focused, and when I'm focused, I don't like distractions. And my wife is a verbal processor. A thought comes in her head, it comes out of her mouth, and I'm like, let me just stop what I'm doing just to listen to what she got to say.
Let me just pause this video. Exactly. I've needed to learn.
Emerson, what's up, man?
I've needed to learn of like respecting just kind of like what you're doing.
Yeah.
At the moment, and just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let me just hold this off for later.
You do?
You ain't right.
I'm trying to figure out where that.
Wow.
You must have been dreaming, dog.
Wow.
We have another. Do you think it's not your thing because you guys have learned each other, and you guys are able to coexist together? What's not our thing? I'm trying to figure out what I said.
I think maybe just about like that we would just rather it's like, man, can I please spend time with my husband? Like I don't,
Oh, especially if you had a long day with the kids, you just be like you need adult communication interaction.
Yeah.
To unload too, and just to like last. So I work late. I went to the co-working space to work. I don't work at the co-working space every day, but yesterday I worked late, and I went to get our groceries, and I get home and it's bedtime, and Lucy has this thing now where we'll put her down for bed, and then she'll keep getting up, opening the door, getting up, opening the door, and then Chad got so fed up. She had the monitor. She's like. And she just handed it to me. I'm done with these kids today. I'm done.
It's like, I just can't. I just can't.
Lucy is hilarious. She's like coming into her own personality. Mm-hmm. Abby is coming into a whole new personality too. And Ezekiel.
Yeah.
My man is.
He wants to be around the girls. It's so funny. Mm-hmm. Like he wants to be where they are.
Yeah.
He's been able to, he plays with their toys. He's kind of, curious of like, oh, what's this? What's that? Because crawls, but I don't know. It's just fun watching. And Lucy, baby, like, Zeke, and we've been learning that Lucy's a little snitch.
Oh my gosh, Lucy is such
she's a little snitcher.
Pure middle child. Straight up middle child, like she's Abby's not listening.
Yeah,
Lucy.
or Zeke crying and Zeke cry.
Like Lucy, listen, I'm gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to have a talk. Middle child to middle child, stop. Okay, you're gonna get bopped by both of them, the oldest and the youngest. Straight up snitch. I'm like, what's wrong with Abby? I said, where's Abby? She's in the room. Oh, okay. Why is Abby in the room? Oh, she wasn't listening. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, thank you for that intel. Mm-hmm. I appreciate it. But yeah, Lucy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, but they get along for the most part.
Yeah.
But they have this thing, and what we're working on with them is communication. as siblings
Yes.
because
Yep.
when they want to play with each other, they just aggravate each other. I'm
Yeah.
like, why don't you just ask to play
Mm-hmm.
or just share something? And they just gotta aggravate each other. Either they're like, Lucy will take Abby's toy and run around the house with it. I'm like, Lucy, listen, if you want to play, just ask her to play. That's it.
Emerson or Darius, who has kids that are like within like your the ages of your children are really close. Like, how do you? What is that? What is that kind of dynamic like? I'd be curious to know.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, so Abs is going to be 5, and Lucy will be, she'll officially be like 2.5 in next month.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so they're 18 months apart. 18 months apart.
Mm-hmm.
Right. 2.5. No.
I'm not trying to do no math right now.
I don't even know.
You don't have to do no. Abby's gonna be 2 at the end of the year,
no.
or 3 at the end of the year.
No, they're 2.5. They're 2.5.
Abby's gonna be 5. That's it. That's all y'all need to know.
2.5 years apart.
You're trying to do too much.
Oh my gosh.
It's too late for that.
I don't know, but so it's not a big gap, but something that it is 2.5 because Lucy. There's 18,
that was racking your brain
18,
for real.
There's 18 months. 18 months. Her and Zeke are 18 months apart.
Oh dang! Are all of our kids 18 months apart?
So Abigail and Lucy 2.5 years.
Okay.
And then Lucy and Zeke are 18 months.
Oh wow.
Something that I said, I was like, oh Lord, if for just kind of the gap with our kids, like, okay, they need to be at least 18 months, and that's what it ended up happening.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Yeah, for real.
So.
Yeah, and I don't know. We're also at this place too where it's like, man, who believes in spankings? Who believes in tearing that behind up? You know what I'm saying? Take him out to that shed and show him something new. Give him some act right is what the old folks call it.
Wow.
I don't know where I land on that. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
We don't spank, but it's crossed my mind a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this ain't the forum to say it because, people sensitive nowadays. And they're like, you're abusing your kids.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I got him and I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's been challenging. So, but it's like, I feel like you're better. You're more patient than me.
I have to be. Because I'm telling you, what goes on in my mind, especially raising girls, like I never wanted to be the kind of parent that like felt like I needed to. I don't know. It's weird.
Oh, that you didn't want to be the parent to spank?
Yeah,
Oh,
as a man, like,
sure.
well,
Sure.
you messed up my mind.
Yeah.
But Ezekiel, he can get it.
Yeah.
Any time of the week.
It's been cool. Like, it's been really cool. Just creating and having the list of like chores, if you want to call it, with Abigail and Lucy. Mm-hmm. That like we've had it before. I wrote some things on it, but I was like, it wasn't quite what it is. And then I went away with it for a little bit, and then I don't know, like whatever for this week, it just was like, boom, this is what we're gonna use it for. And the girls have been engaged in it, and it's like, it just feels so good that it's like they are contributing to their home.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're not going to be sitting in here and you're not going to be growing up in this house looking ashy.
Right.
And not.
And being spoiled and thinking you're going to get all the things.
Knowing how to, do stuff.
Discipline and responsibility, for sure.
It's like, our kids are going to.
Trying to say, girl?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Our kids are going to know, yes, discipline, responsibility, what it's like to take care of their things, take care of their home. And it's really interesting because Abigail knows and she like recognizes when we go places. So like when we're gonna be leaving for the weekend, that mommy and daddy clean the home,
Yep.
and we sweep, we mop, we make sure that dishes are done, garbage is taken out, all that. Like she recognizes that, and she like has said like, oh, we're leaving for the weekend, so we need to clean up. And so it's like just like whether we realize it or not, and I'm sure you guys have heard this before, but like man, kids pay attention. Kids pay attention, and so like I just wonder. I don't know. I just found that interesting. That it's like, man, Abs, you don't let nothing.
Abby is super observant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is.
I've noticed that. She's really observant. Lucy is too. Ezekiel's, whether he knows how to talk or not, he looks at everything. I've noticed when we're like having conversations with Abby and Lucy, if they do something that they're not supposed to be doing, like Ezekiel's watching, and he's also watching Abby and Lucy. Like, and I think he's trying to game plan. Like he can't talk, but my man, I think he's game planning up here. So I'm gonna have to nip it in the bud early. But yeah, one of the things that I'm doing too, like reading, is there's this book called Oikonomics. So oikos is a Greek word meaning household, and then nomics, of course, is economics. But the book is about household economics and how you create an economy within your house, and it's been really good so far. I'm not done with it yet because I'm reading like 3 books at a time right now, which I should be focused on one. But it's a really good book talking about how you can create just that atmosphere, that economy within your house. So more to come on that.
I think that'll be fun. I think it'll be fun as like our kids get older, and just like what interests that they end up like, what kind of avenue that they like go on. And I think
Abby's interested in music.
Wow.
So I'm excited.
one thing that we talk about is like he's like our kids are gonna be in music and spelling bees and whatever, and I'm like all about sports. I was like,
she grew up in sports.
They're gonna be in sports, and so the cool thing is like when you're homeschooled, you're still able to go and like participate in sports in schools.
You can even take classes like at certain portions of the day.
So
hey Ashley, how's it going?
So what I was gonna say was like I think about Randall and Serena's boys. Mm-hmm. They've got 4 boys, bless their hearts, and their oldest, like when we knew them, like he was just kind of like venturing off into he was a teenager venturing off into like photography, videography stuff, and it was like helping out with some of that stuff at the church. And it's like, and they're a family that homeschools their kids, and so it's like, what a beautiful thing to like really embrace that interest and really just have that be a part of like his education, his learning, his whatever. And so it's like that is what I'm really excited about, is like what
music,
Abigail, Lucy, Zeke, what they end up doing.
We're going to be a music
like
family.
Learning, and like 1 for learning, but 2 for just like entrepreneurial stuff. You know what I mean?
We're going to be a music family, like the Jackson 5. We're going to be the Williams 3. Yeah. Abby's going to be on the drums because that's what she wants to play. Yeah, Lucy's going to be on the piano. Zeke's going to be on the bass. I told Chaz we need to have a 4th because we need to have a lead singer. I might do it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Maybe not. But I'm not. But thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, so as we're talking about family connection, I thought it would be the perfect segue to kind of talk about, and this was not even planned, to be honest, a little bit about what we have popping and what we have going on for this month.
Yeah.
I think Chaz could talk more about it because this is her brainchild.
Wow.
Thanks so much, Danielle. We appreciate it.
Yeah. So this is, I mean, this has been like our baby. Like, gosh, we've been talking about this for
Ever.
a really long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, 2023 has been like a year of just like doing, like, you know what, no excuses anymore, like focus time, putting our head down, really just kind of having the blinders on and just like, all right, Lord, like, you know, order our footsteps, give us, Holy Spirit, just like give us downloads, and it's been literally like that, like him giving us this vision, these downloads and just these ideas. And so, what you guys see right now, the Family Link, our monthly subscription, man, has been
Yo, what's up, Mike?
Up, man?
Hey,
Mike.
Pop it on.
It's been in the making, and if you've seen any of our posts on social media, couples, we got you, so don't worry about that.
Couples
like
coming soon.
This isn't just for like families. It's okay if you just want like to grow your connection as just husband and wife, and you got this family thing down. Like that's totally fine. Or you're an empty nester, you don't have kids anymore, or maybe you just don't have kids at all. Not yet, or don't want any, or whatever, like that's okay. Like we have you.
Mm-hmm.
But bottom line is we recognize that connection is key. So whether it's like us as partners, or like us as partners or us as parents, but we are very much on the same page that we are partners first, parents second.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we have created is a literally like a kind of a monthly designated activity. And so for the family version, your activity is going to be different than like a couple's one. Mm-hmm. So it's like you're not getting the same thing. Mm-hmm. It's a, hey, let's look at it's got a theme. It's got a biblical verse that that ties in with it. It's got some intentional questions to ask your kids, young, old. We got you, and a reflection. Mm-hmm. I think that's key too, to not just like, we did this activity that's on here.
Yeah.
That it's like taking the time to reflect on the month, mm-hmm. on life, on marriage,
mm-hmm.
finances.
And to piggyback on that, like it's creating that household economy, because sometimes we can get lost in just the to-do of family. Like we have 3 kids. Things can get lost, things can get busy, but this, the Family Link subscription allows you to slow down, to take a day, and to have intentional conversation, whether it's with your spouse, whether it's with your kids, and then you get the opportunity to pray for one another, write out prayer requests, and then just kind of follow that throughout the year. So the goal is to have a year's worth, every year. This is volume 1 that we're working on, but every year, have a meeting place for connection. And I was even thinking about this. I didn't tell you this, but I'm going to say it here. Like the goal is for you to ultimately not need the Family Link. The Family Link is just a pattern or blueprint of how you can like come together as a family and just connect. Yeah. But the goal is to no longer need it. It's like a jump start. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like how can we just come together, be Bible-based, Bible-focused, people-centered. And the goal is for you to not need it eventually, but you can start your own link. Yeah. It's just to create the conversation. So,
and we have a Facebook, exclusive Facebook group.
Get a Facebook group.
And so I think that lots of people are doing Facebook groups, whatever, but it's like there truly is beauty in community. You know what I mean? Like there's beauty in community and learning from one another. so we, that's a part of this.
I don't even know.
This journey. So
I don't even know what the link is. I'm saying,
yeah, no,
this thing says order.
It stands stand.store /decal family.
I'm gonna pin it here for those who want to purchase now.
But I think
decalfamily.com.
No, just no, none of that. Just copy and paste that.
Oh, okay.
Not .com. You will.
Let's rebuild connection. That's what we're doing. I feel it. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, if you, and the reason why that this even like came about is because I remember someone telling me once, man, Jazz, you know what? It was back when we lived in South Dakota, and I put together that beautiful anniversary experience for you that I surprised you with, and we just had a night of fun. I think like 6 or 7 months pregnant with Lucy, but I was like, this ain't stopping me from enjoying my anniversary from when we met.
It's on our YouTube channel. You can kind of see that.
And I, planned this all. I remember someone telling me, man, Chaz, I just don't have that creativity in my marriage. And so it was like, you know what? So it's like, what if you have, what if you think about, what if you have that thought as it relates to like family time? Mm-hmm. Like, I just don't know what to do with my family, young or old kids. Mm-hmm. I just don't know what to do, I just, I'm not really that creative spouse, so I don't really know what to do. That's okay. Like, that's why, like, we made this simple, but yet intentional, but yet, like, connection focus and faith focus as well.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't have to be like, oh, I've been a Christian all my life. Maybe it's like you're thinking, you know what, I'm not really like that, but it's like, okay, I'm kind of curious, or I'm kind of curious about God, and I'm kind of curious about faith or whatever, of like incorporating that into my life. Like, it can be that aspect of this, subscription. It can be a simple, or, like, you don't have to be a certain person or be in a certain faith to enjoy that part of this, of this journey.
Wow, that is interesting. The U.S. Surgeon General declared loneliness a national health emergency this week. Loneliness impacts health more than smoking. Wow. Thanks for sharing that, Mike.
And it's like, you can feel that way in marriage. Mm-hmm. Like, like, what if you're sitting over here in the corner, like, feeling lonely, or feeling like, man, like, I just feel like I have a roommate and a spouse, which it's like, that breaks my heart. You know what I mean? Even to like say that. And so it's like, or, just like I said about, if you're like, well, I just don't even know what to do. And it's like, the purpose of this, family link, the couples link, is not to be like, oh, you have to go out and spend a bunch of money in order to make, this connection great again, or to like keep the fire, or to, whatever. Like, it can be as big, and, this big thing, this big event, this big activity that we give you the idea about, and you can make it big or small.
Yeah.
So, but it's like, bottom line is that
start somewhere.
Yeah.
Start somewhere.
Yeah.
And just be intentional. And just draw close to one another. Like, you guys know our passion, our focus is legacy. And one of the things that God put on my heart couple weeks back was like, I'm thinking 2 generations down. Like, how is this going to impact not just the people in my generation, but my children's children? If it's not going to effectuate change there, like, I don't want it. Because I think we are in a very critical time in our history where, number one, we need to make God first. Like, for reals, and get jiggy with Jesus. But also like I feel like technology is also breaking down these family units
Yeah.
as well,
I think,
and we become a slave to um, technology, to just wanting to be alone. And to Mike's point, but yeah, what like if you can think now like how you want to be remembered, um, like what does that look like? If you were to write your eulogy today, like what would you say about yourself, or how would you want to be remembered, as it relates to your legacy? And my goal, my focus, my passion is to help people not think about legacy when they retire. Like, oh, I did all of this work. I worked in corporate. Now, did my life matter? You know, you 65. You know, I got 15, good 15. I got a good 20. You know, to really see and make an impact. And I'm not saying, it's folks that have made an impact in their 60s that it's folks that's made an impact in their 60s that they didn't get the opportunity to, like, prior to then. But I'm not diminishing that. But if we can think now, like, what do I want that to look like? And how do you want your family to remember you as well? Like, what are you building now? And one of the coolest things that I've read in the Bible was God defining children to the parent. We see that with Abraham. We see that with Samson. We see that with Jesus. So if God can do it for them, like, why can't He do it for us? And just going and seeking God, like, who is this gift? That's another thought I had. I was driving to the co-working space last week. I'm like, yo, like, if we don't see our kids as gifts now, I know sometimes it can be hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't acting like a gift right now, child. But if we can endeavor or intentionally, like, or set our intentions to see our kids as gifts, like, how would we treat, hold, handle our kids? What are the things that we would say? Because our kids are seeds, and they're gonna become what we speak to and over them. So, so those things convict. I'm like, okay, Lord, you're gonna have to help a brother out. So I said all that to say, I don't know where I'm going with this, but our children are the future, guys. No, but seek the Lord for the definition of your kids and why they're here on this earth, and help cultivate that.
Well, you also just said, starting somewhere, like starting somewhere with connecting, starting somewhere with your, with connecting within your family, starting somewhere with connecting as a couple. So couples, hang in there.
Hang in there.
Next month. We're dropping this, June. We just couldn't fit it all in, as it's our anniversary month. So it's our anniversary. We're just going to start with the families first.
Family first. Family first.
But you know what? We should have done couples first.
Why? To set that foundation for family? Well, you have, but the couples is for married and single.
Right.
So. And I think parents parents can get something out of it for one another, too, especially around the prayer, around the verses. They can serve one another in that way. And while y'all wait, it's okay,
Yeah, I'm excited. God just continues to download, and it's like, you just know, like, thank you, Lord, thank you. So I don't know. So guys, like, give us. We welcome, like, any sort of feedback that you have, or if you've can resonate with anything that we've talked about. If you're watching this replay, like, please comment or ask questions on anything that we've said tonight. Thank you for the questions already that people have asked us. Thank you.
Yeah.
And we don't claim to know it all. we don't claim to know like
I know it all.
we got
if he knows it all, I know it all. I just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
I'm just playing. I'm just kidding.
Oh
No,
gosh, we just don't at all like haven't arrived yet as it relates to just me as a wife and as a mom, like still growing, still figuring out. Here I am. I feel like I'm headed in the right direction for homeschooling stuff. Praise the Lord.
Praise Him.
And just
Lift your hands.
I mean, you hear people talk about like, man, the wife is, the thermometer or the temperature gauge of, the household. So it's just like, things are just chaotic and crazy and kids are running around, whatever. And that's not what it's been, but it's like, it's just structure. Just setting a schedule that I've just kind of been dragging my feet about. And, so that's happening this week. That happened this week in a really big way, and I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
So still figuring it out. Still figuring this thing out.
Yeah. So Mike asked the question, what inspired us to do this? I think wanting to see families connect on a new and in a new and fresh and deeper way, it's kind of twofold, and building community, like building communities with families, whether that's locally or virtually. Like we have a Facebook group that we're launching along with this as well. And we just want to be able to just preach the good gospel of like family, oikos, household economics, and just get the families closer together, especially in this time.
Too. And I think when back in 2020, when that comment was said to me that like, man, Chaz, like I just wish that I was creative like you, and I wish that I had those ideas like you to do that, for my spouse. And it's like there was a part of me that broke because it's like, man, this just is like so like totally filling my cup and even just like outpouring for me that it's like just putting all this work into this, night for us to spend just completely filled my cup. And to know that like, man, there's just like other marriages out there where people are like, well, I'm not like that. And so it's like, okay, well, let me help you out. And even though it's not like the couple's version is not this like, go and plan this elaborate whatever and spend a whole bunch of money and whatever, like that's not at all, but it's like the bottom line is connection. Is connection. And so that's where it like started, was back in 2020. And so where we like started first talking about this, and then I don't know, like it's just been like
you also have people tell you like it was very disheartening for me to hear as a husband who enjoys spending time, a good time with his wife. Like, oh, my husband would never want to do this, or I'm like, what? And then I think we were also trying to plan like a dance with another couple.
Yeah.
And we didn't get any. I'm like, y'all don't want to hang out with each other? Like, that's really interesting. But then you wonder why your wife don't want to have sex with you. But anyway, anyways, I'll get off my soapbox. I won't get on it. But no, it was just disheartening. I'm like, man, like that's tough, because you can be in a marriage or a relationship so long that you literally grow apart, and you know exactly what your spouse would and wouldn't do in a situation where it involves some level of connection, because you don't know each other anymore.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So it's like, so it was like, and we're like, this is, we're going on an hour here, but, and I feel like we're getting good. Like, would you agree that like men want to be like romanticized too?
Oh, yes.
It's like men want to be like, they want to do something, like romantic. They want to be honored. They want to be, like, man, I just love you. Like, I planned all this because, like, man, I just love you, and I'm so grateful for this journey. And not to be like showy, but it's like, man, I enjoy creating experiences, and I think from that night,
yeah, you said that from the day one I met you. It was all about experiences.
I think you've helped me realize that it's like I really enjoy doing that, and so this is where, like, helping families, helping couple create experiences, helping couples create connection is really what it boils down to.
Yeah.
So, connection around faith, connection around, like parenting, asking those intentional questions. And that's the other thing too, is like sometimes it's like, what if you just don't even know? Like you don't even know, okay, I have this Bible verse. And so it's like, what do I even ask? What kind of question do I like ask my child? My child who is in second grade, my child who is in high school, my child who is in, middle school. And it's like, whatever sort of faith background that you have, like, wherever your child is at, you are planting seeds.
Right.
And that is like, no, and that cannot be taken away from you.
Right.
So that's a word.
That's a whole word. Mike is it, bro. Thank you. These are really good intentional questions. So how have our teachings, and it's human to want to be okay, hold on. How have your teachings and lessons healed your own life? I think for me, it's just us coming together and just having intentional conversations and checking in with one another. What could I have done better, or how can I serve you better in this situation? Like, how would you have wanted me to respond to this? And then also, pulling from even in previous relationships or home of origin, not wanting to, and that's where a lot of our conversations have stemmed from, just having conversations that would, and being intentional, because it's easy to kind of slip into what's familiar.
Yeah.
So we've had to have conversations.
And counseling.
Yeah. And counseling. We're both in therapy. I haven't talked about therapists today. Shout out to my man JG. And just wanting to, and then also just going to God with this as well. I had like 10 things in my mind that I wanted to say, and I couldn't catch one of them. But also, I wanted to say, oh my gosh, I had like 10 things, and the one that I want, I can't even remember. It'll come back to me, huh?
If we would struggle with loneliness because it's natural to desire. Okay, if it didn't, we would struggle with loneliness. It's natural to desire connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
If we didn't, did you mean to say we wouldn't struggle with loneliness? Because it's natural. Yeah, it's human to want to be wanted. Exactly. Back to Genesis 1. Right? God said, let us create man in our image. So God wanted a companion, number one, but then God also saw that it wasn't good for man to be alone. So we're created for connection. And we're created to be naturally desired, naturally wanted. And unfortunately, sometimes people take advantage of that. And trauma sometimes causes us to mask that. This is what I was going to say. So how did some of this stuff, or how your teachings and lessons healed your own life? So I can be very introverted at times where I kind of refill. I talk to people all day and I solve a lot of problems. And sometimes it can be draining, depending on the complexity of the problem. And Chaz came to me last week, and it really was a gut check for me. She's like, Abby asked if I was working or if I was going to be working. Like, Abby knows when I'm not working. She knows when the weekend is here because I work a lot, too much. So one of the things that Chaz said that really not only got me excited but pricked my heart was, you are wanted and you are missed. And in that moment, I was like, okay. I ain't gonna cry right now. But anyway, I felt it. And I'm like, okay, I need to be more present. And, I'm not saying that I'm not present with my kids because
you're here all the time.
when I'm home, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'll get out of a meeting and I have to decompress from that meeting. And how I do that is coming in, giving you a hug, kissing you, or picking up the kids or dancing.
Yeah.
And I had a good week when Friday comes and I turn on all the good music.
It's all of our Friday dance parties.
Facts.
And posts.
Facts.
Yeah.
But yeah, to Mike's point, God is a relationship trinity. We are made in that image. Yes.
That's so good.
Bro.
That's so good.
With the gems.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna have to pop you on one week.
Oh my gosh, that would be like that would be so good.
Yeah.
And I feel
I don't mean to put you on the spot. You can say no.
Right. I feel like with Mike, it would be, let me get out my padded paper and let me just write down some things, because it's like, Mike, I feel like anything that you post, it's always like done. And I feel like you guys are very retrospective.
Introspective.
There you go.
Yeah. It's okay. We're going to get there.
Introspective.
Yeah.
And so it's just, I don't know. Yeah. And think in a way, or think about stuff that was like, oh my gosh, that's so good. Like, didn't think about that.
Retrospective could fit there as well.
Okay. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Okay. But anyway, Mike, and if we have him on here, I think that would be wonderful.
It'll be Gem City, like.
Yeah, dropping.
So many gems. But yeah.
We'll connect.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all will connect.
You can say no, but I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
Right.
But yeah, so yeah.
I'm down. Name the time.
There we go. Yo, so we're gonna have Ashley.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Mike. We need to get a whole situation, like a schedule. And should we convert this to a podcast at this point? But
off to bed, early session. All right. Thanks so much, Mike, for popping on.
Thanks so much, bro. I appreciate you. Love you, man. Yeah. So with that, connection. I think, how long have we been on? I think it's an hour and 7 minutes. Wow. It is 10:27. I need to be up. I may not hit that co-working space tomorrow. It's gonna work from home. It depends. Well, I don't have any meeting. I have one meeting tomorrow, but I got a lot of work.
We look forward to seeing y'all in the exclusive Facebook group. Really excited. I feel like there's going to be some families, couples, restoration, connection. Like, I'm just excited.
Yeah.
And man, it's like, it's hard. Like, and this is like vulnerable. You know what I mean? I feel like it's like, oh geez, this is live. This is live on our website. And this is a really vulnerable thing, but it's like, I believe that now is the season. And, this has been marinating since fall of 2020. And now is the time that we're doing this. And now more than ever in the perfect season. So don't miss it. If you guys, we hope that families, couples, that you guys join us on this journey as we learn, as we grow, and just be intentional. Be intentional in our marriage. Be intentional with our family.
Build legacy today. Like,
I think building better bonds. Like, that's something that, a phrase that that we had put in. That we had put in the description of this like in this subscription, that's really what it is. So yeah. But anyway.
All right, beautiful people.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
We got to record content for TikTok now. I was hoping I can get out of it because it's late, but no, it's okay.
Follow us, Decal Family.
Decal Family on TikTok.
Excuse me, Life with Decal.
Life with Decal Family on TikTok.
Yes.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. This will probably be posted to our YouTube channel after this.
Okay. Is that
like,
what
comment, share. Well, it's not going to
Oh,
record
yeah.
and save on
Yeah.
the computer.
Sorry.
But yeah, guys, thanks for
Yeah.
hanging.
Yeah.
Get out of here, go to bed, and get
Yes.
some sleep. We'll see you guys in the Facebook group.
Yeah, and stay tuned for our upcoming. Like, we're gonna be having a Miss Ashley,
Oh my
who
gosh,
is
I'm so
gonna be
excited.
wonderful to
Yes.
have on for just kind of like a featuring like a Mother's Day something, not on Mother's Day, but yeah, for just a Mother's Day from one mama to another. Just interview with her. So she just has so much her journey and her testimony, her story as a mom of 7 kids. So
And she's a life coach. So if you're a
Yeah.
mom and you need a shoulder to cry on, a woman to talk to, hit her up. I don't even have her things to kind of like show. I don't even know if she's still on here. But we'll be posting things. Follow us on our pages. We'll let you guys know. We'll announce when that
Yeah.
interview is going to take place. It will be live and direct, so you can ask questions. But yeah, we're so excited.
Yes. All right.
Cool.
Good night, guys. Thanks
Peace.
for joining us.